What is going on, everybody? My name is Ethan. Welcome back to Hardcap Games, another episode here on the channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We are going to be playing 2K22, NBA 2K22. Not actually playing, though. We're going to be doing a rebuilding challenge here on the channel. If you guys want more of these, make sure to leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new. Drop a comment, what type of rebuild should I do next? Now, I will say, this is not an original idea. I've seen KOT4Q, Kenny, do this a handful of times. And I've always kind of wanted to try it out for myself. And I was sitting down and I was bored and I figured out, hey, why don't I try that thing that Kenny's done a few times? And I figured, well, might as well record anyways. So make sure you guys go check out Kenny if you aren't already subscribed to him. Kenny's awesome. Great content creator for 2K if you like 2K content. So if we come over here, we have this wheel and we have this wheel. So this wheel right here has the name of every single NBA team on it. And this one has every single position or ranking in terms of the number that they can be, as well as if you take a look over here, we have our 2K setup. So we're going to be rocking with the Detroit Pistons today because I think we can all pretty much agree that the Pistons are already eliminated from championship contention. So whatever we do to the Pistons won't necessarily matter. But what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to spin the wheel 15 times. And we're going to spin this wheel 15 times. And we'll spin the team first and then the player that we're getting from that team. So, that being said, let's just hop right into it. Alright, so spin number 1, we are going and we get the Phoenix Suns. Okay, I'm actually going to have to write down which ones I get because I'm not going to make these moves in live time. So let me get out my app real quick. Now, who are we getting from the Phoenix Suns? Okay, they're 6-man. I don't know necessarily who the 6-man is on this team. Let's go find out. Well, it's Frank Kaminsky III. That's not a great start, but I mean, Frank Kaminsky's made some leaps and bounds in previous years. He's not the worst player in the world anymore. Not a great start. We'll definitely need to get better. All right, we're on for spin number 2. When we spin, it's gonna come up with the LA Clippers. Definitely a couple of good players on this squad. Let's see if we can get anyone worthwhile. Spin the wheel of numbers, and it's going to come up with someone really far down on the depth chart, number 12. And I guess that could be worse. You know, number 12 is in fact Mr. Serge Ibaka. 31 years old is already kind of like fallen off a little bit. I don't understand why, because I've really always kind of considered Serge to be a pretty decent player. So it could be worse, but we got a couple big men. So we'll see what happens. All right, spin number 3 is going to be the Charlotte Hornets. Okay, maybe we get LaMelo, maybe we get Miles Bridges, maybe we get someone really bad. Let's see. It's going to be a top 5 player. Number 6 again. All right, who's number 6 on Charlotte? They're probably not the best player in the world. And we're adding Cody Martin to the list. Our first guard forward of the video. Spin number 4. Spin number 4. Going to come in real hot with the Timberwolves. Timberwolves going to be spinning for number... Please be... It's not a high number again. Number 9. And we're adding Mr. Jalen Noel to the squad. That's... This is not going so well. We'll have to get a top player at some point. Like, the law of numbers dictates that we should get a 1 at some point. But who knows at this point. Come on, please just give us like a good team that has good players on it. Like the Bucks. Okay, we've got a couple good players here that we can pick up. If we get 1, 2, or 3, I'll be pretty happy. Maybe even 4. And... let's go! Oh, that's awesome! Number 1, I don't even have to think about that one. That is Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is so good. That's how you do this video. All right, who is going to be Giannis's teammate? It's going to be the Pistons. Well, the best that it can be is Jeremy Grant. So maybe Cade Cunningham. We can roll a 2, get Cade Cunningham. Maybe. Give me number 6 again. What is it with this roller in 6? Okay, number 6 isn't bad. It's Sadiq Bey, who's pretty young and has some value, but in terms of his 2K rating, it's not great. I thought that he'd be a lot higher than a 75, but it is what it is, I guess. Our next roll gives us the Atlanta Hawks. I would love to get a couple of guys from this team, actually. There's a couple of guys in the top, like, 4 that are pretty good on this squad that I wouldn't mind picking up. But no, we're going back to the depths. We're going to pick up their 8-man. That could not be any closer to the line. It's Kevin Huerter. Yay. We're getting the number 2 player from whatever team we spin. Please, please be a good squad. That's not a good squad. That's the Kings. Come on, man. I mean, Halliburton's fine. He's cool, but is he a starter? No. Like, D-Rose actually would not have been better. Donovan Mitchell would have been cool. The wheel has landed on the Magic. Oh! Okay, it landed at number 1. Unfortunately, it's the Magic, but we're getting another number 1 player. I believe, if I'm correct, this is Cole Anthony. It's not bad. This team would be pretty good in 2 or 3 years. But, so far, not great. Except for Giannis, of course. Alright, player number 10. No magic wheel. What will you bestow upon us today? It's a Raptor. Highest Raptor, I believe, is Pascal. At an 84. Maybe we get something good. The wheel's going to bestow upon us a starting player. Number 4. That might be Scotty Barnes, actually. Oh, look at that. I'm so good at this. Scotty Barnes added to the squad. Player number 11 coming to the squad will be a member of the San Antonio Spurs. Please let them be a good player that has trade value. They will not be a good player with any trade value. In fact, they will be the number 12 player on the San Antonio Spurs. And that is Zach Collins. He will definitely be traded right away. That is not a player worth $7 million on a squad. The wheel gave us the Magic. I'm not loving this. At least they're a bad player that we can just trade. Who is this? Who's number 13 on the Orlando Magic? Well, the 13th player here is Mr. Etwan Moore. I'm not too excited about that one. All right, we need to get at least 1 or 2 really good players over the next couple. And we're going back to the Sacramento Kings. And there's not much else I could get off of this squad unless they gave us De'Aaron Fox. The wheel gave us their worst player. On the Sacramento Kings, who is the worst player on the Sacramento Kings? Well, the 15th player is Mr. Jamias Ramsey, who, if I'm not correct, was out of Texas Tech. That's right. Well, he's actually a 70 overall, so he actually has a little bit of trade value. Well, we've only got 2 left, and they're sending us back to the Timberwolves. God, I would love to get Cat right now. Like, please. Yeah, it's not Cat. It's not Ant. I'll have to make sure this isn't the guy we already got. We're adding Mr. Malik Beasley to the squad. Interesting selection there, wheel. The final spin of the video gave us the Heat, which is a player that I would love to get. There's a couple guys on the squad. I would love to get either Jimmy or Bam or even Lowry or, you know, Duncan or Tyler Herro. Nope, it's number 8. It's number 8. All right, so technically number 8 on this squad is Caleb Martin, but because he's on a 2-way deal, it's really hard to move him. So we're going to go with Duncan Robinson. I'm going to drop down 1 spot for Duncan. So that's the squad that we got. I'm going to move everybody, and then we're going to rebuild. All right, so we are here inside of a 2K22 franchise mode. With our squad, as you can see, we got a lot of guards. And not much of anything else. So we're going to have to make some moves here. I think that Cole Anthony, Halliburton, obviously Giannis and Barnes are the only ones that are safe, and I think everybody else can definitely be moved. So let's take a look and see what can definitely happen with this squad. So I've seen the cheat code of playing Giannis at a center in 2K, and it's absolutely just busted and you just win championships. So we're going to try it out for a bit. I think I'm going to move Scotty Barnes down to be a small forward. I want him to just be doing what he does as a 3. I don't want him stuck behind Giannis or anybody else. So I went through it. I moved everybody, and now everybody's in a different position. So we're going to go try and make some moves. I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to move some of these players I don't especially care for. I mean, these 4 are the only ones that are sticking on this squad to the end. This one right here actually makes a lot of sense for us. We pick up Alex Caruso and Tony Bradley. I don't think Tony Bradley has any trade value whatsoever, but I think Caruso is a solid bench piece, so we can bring him in for the price of Cody Martin, Zach Collins, and a future first 5 years down the line. I'll do that in a heartbeat. So I just spent a ton of time going over my coaches and signing a bunch of new ones. So now if we look at my staff, we have a new assistant GM, the same CFO as before, which I might want to improve on. I think I have some money left. Yeah, let's do that. All right, we got a new CFO. But let's go take a look down here at Team Intel. I want to find a team that believes that they are a selling team. We might be able to go get DeAndre Ayton from the Suns because they're buying, but I don't think we have what they want for a championship team. We might be able to go get Bradley Beal. He's got on an expiring contract. We can go inquire. We'll go inquire. See what we can do. Zach LaVine is also a free agent. Might be able to go snag him. So I actually recorded a video a while back where I traded, or I did a Hornets rebuild. I never released it because I didn't like how the video came out. It took me way too long. I was in like year 8 and I couldn't get the Hornets championship and I gave up. But Miles Bridges never progressed past the 82 that he's at right now, which is very disappointing. So it seems like Durant and Irving are completely untouchable. That doesn't mean that James Harden, also he's an 89 overall, we might be able to make that work. I actually haven't checked out what any of our players' value is. Oh, we have no picks. Huh. Interesting. So the Bulls will give me Zach LaVine and Ayo Dosunmu for Halliburton and Beasley. And for a 1-year challenge, I think that's definitely worth doing. I'm going to take a look around, but I know that Zach LaVine we can definitely trade for now. So this is very intriguing to me. I love Scotty Barnes as a player, but we can get back Jaren Jackson Jr. and have him run the 4 alongside Giannis with Tillman as a backup. I'm really liking this offer right here. I'm going to see if there's anything better out there, but Jaren, I would move for Jaren Jackson Jr. So I believe that I'm looking at this right. The offer for Jaren Jackson Jr. is virtually the same as the offer for John Collins. They want Kamitsky, and they'll give me back Tillman, whereas here, they want Duncan, they'll give me back Reddish. And I don't think that's as valuable. So I'm going to keep looking. Maybe they'll give me Collins and Gallinari together. Or Collins and Capella. Or Capella and Gallinari. So this is the best offer we've gotten so far. We get Sabonis. And we get Lance Stevenson, who's balling out right now, by the way. For Halliburton and Duncan, I'm going to do this trade. That's the first trade that I'm going to pull. Just because I like the idea of having Sabonis and Giannis play together. I guess that's the second trade that I've done. Alright, so I did just trade away 2 of our players, but we got back Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I had to give up Cole Anthony and Scotty Barnes for it, but now we got Shai, who I am personally gonna right now just say is running the shooting guard. So I'm gonna pull this trade right here. It's Ibaka, Beasley, the Clippers first round pick we just got with the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander trade, and a second round pick for Clint Capella, who's going to be a center that we can now trade. He has a lot of value, and hopefully we can ship him off with something. So we're trying something out. I have moved Giannis to play the 3. Sabonis 4, Capella 5. Because I can't get anything for Capella right now. So I'm going to see if I can go and take Capella and maybe someone else and move him specifically for a point guard. I'm thinking maybe like Jamal Murray or someone. I don't necessarily know who, but we're going to find out. That's the trade I was looking for. This one right here. Clint Capella, Jalen Noel for Van Vliet and Precious Achiuwa. I will pull that one immediately. Because that is a really good starting point guard right there in Fred Van Vliet. I really like the squad right now, aside from not having a center. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and find a small forward and then move Giannis back. But so by doing this, we give up Frank Kaminsky, a Sadiq Bey, and a first round pick. We get back Chris Boucher and a first round pick from this year, which has a little bit of some value. So we're going to do that because I need assets to trade at this point. So I'm going to do this trade right here for Mitchell Robinson. He's on the last year of a rookie deal, and he's an 80 overall. That's really, really good because he's a player that we can definitely trade back out with a player like Taj Gibson, who I think just came over in that same exact trade. Now we're just going to send him back out together. I'd love to be able to get a much higher overall center than this. So maybe we slap on this Raptors pick and see what it brings us. I like this one right here, actually. It brings in Keldon Johnson, who's pretty young and we know is a pretty productive player. I mean, decent points, decent rebounds as a power forward, small forward. This combination of Mitchell Robinson, Etuan Moore, and a first round pick, it's either this one or it's like Jaden McDaniels, or I mean, there's Jalen Brunson, or there's Miles Bridges right there. Davion Mitchell, Rashawn Holmes. I like this one. We give up DeLon Wright and a first round pick. We actually improve everywhere, so I'm going to do that. There's a bunch of free agents out here. I'm not going to sign anyone that was previously on my team. Like, I can't sign Beef Stew. I can sign Boogie Cousins to a deal. I need to fill up my roster because, like, I honestly think that this is a pretty decent squad that we've got here now with Van Vliet, Caruso, and Davion, and Shea. And I think I'll probably move Caruso up to a backup shooting guard. So we got Van Vliet and Davion, Shea and Caruso, Giannis, Lance, Jermias, Ramsey. I didn't move Ramsey. I might just try and move these guys real quick for something. Sabonis, Achuya, Gibson, Rashawn Holmes. Does that win a championship right now? No. But we're going to keep going. See what we can get. I'm going to do this one with the Hornets where I give up Jermias Ramsey and a second round pick this year, and I get a future first and a future second just because it's a first round pick that I can use in trades. So that isn't that bad. If we get Tony Bradley and a second round pick, we get back Terrence Davis to be a backup shooting guard. That's not the worst thing I've seen so far. Yeah, we're going to pull the trigger on that one. We're going to get Terrence Davis in here. So I'm doing this trade right here. We give up Fred Van Vliet, Rashawn Holmes, and a first round pick from the Hornets. And we get back DeJounte Murray and Jakob Poeltl. I think that that's a good trade. DeJounte is way better in terms of overall. I moved Caruso to be the starting shooting guard. I moved Shea up to 3, Sabonis there, and Giannis back to the 5. I also picked up Boogie Cousins and Aaron Baines just because I needed to have X amount of people on my team. So I'm going to see if I can trade out maybe Poeltl and Baines together and get back some depth somewhere that's like a decent overall. This one right here, we give up Poeltl and Gibson. We get back Nick Batum and Luke Kennard, who are okay things. Like, I'm looking around and there's not much that we can do to improve this squad. Because we've already got DeJounte now, and we've got Shea and Sabonis. So if we could get a really good center, I can move Shea back to the 3 and Giannis down to the... Or I can move Shea back to the 2 and Giannis down to the 3. Or if I can get a really good center, I can just move... I can do that anyways. So either a small forward or a center is what I'm looking for. So for Lance Stevenson and DeMarcus Cousins, we can get back Xavier Tillman and John Conchar. So I'm going to pull the trigger on that one. Alright, so the last move that I made was I brought in Taylor Horton Tucker and a second round pick just for Aaron Baines and one other dude that I didn't care about. I also moved Caruso back to the point guard. I moved DeJounte up to the 2. I wonder what happens if he goes up to the 3. He becomes even better at the 3. Alright, new plan. This is what we're doing. Caruso, Shea, DeJounte, Sabonis, Giannis at the 5. Then we got Poeltl coming off the bench. I'll probably have Tillman come off the bench. I think Tillman's a little bit better. That's me being biased, but I mean, he's a better layup driver, better dunker, and they're marginal. He's a much better three-point shooter, much better free throw shooter. I don't think I want Poeltl getting minutes at all. I actually might just trade Poeltl right now. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go see if we can get anything for Poeltl. We also need to pick up a bunch of free agents. There's Danny Green. I mean, like, there's Brooke Lopez. Sure, we'll do it. Brook Lopez has been offered to me so many times today, and I've always just been like, nah, it's fine. This actually allows Tillman to go back down to the 4, where I think that he's a better player anyways. He gets to play behind Sabonis now. And what happens if Precious goes down to the 3? He becomes much worse. Okay. Well, Precious will stay there. So now we're just going to pick up a free agent or two. Caruso, Mitchell, Shea, Terrence Davis, DeJounte, Talen Horton-Tucker, Conchar, Sabonis, Tillman, Achuya, Giannis, Brook Lopez, and we'll go Short King himself, Isaiah Thomas. We'll give Rodney Magruder a contract, and we'll give someone else who's not going to get any playing time. We'll give him Denzel Valentine a contract. No, we won't. And we'll give one to Ersan Ilyasova, the old man himself. Alright, here's the deal. I'll move myself up so that you guys can see. Down there, we have Caruso, Shea, DeJounte, Sabonis, Giannis. Then we have Brook and Tillman and Davion and Horton-Tucker. And I think that that's all the players that I want to be using. If we run 8-man rotation... No, we'll run a 9-man rotation. Just how Dwayne Casey wants to do it. I think that this squad's pretty good. I'm not going to stop at the trade deadline. I'm just going to sim straight through. Alright, so we have made our changes. And I believe that, let's just check one more time. We should be all set to sim. I think that on the backs of Shea and Giannis and DeJounte and Sabonis, it shouldn't matter that Caruso's starting point guard. I think we should be able to just simulate the regular season and see what happens. So I'm looking right now. We won basically 2 games in the month of December. We're doing pretty well though otherwise. Alright, we have reached the end of the season. Jokic is your MVP. Cade Cunningham is the Rookie of the Year on the San Antonio Spurs. So we got picked up by them. Had a great season. Andre Drummond wins 6th Man of the Year, averaging a double-double on 50% shooting. Didn't take a 3 all year. Giannis does win Defensive Player of the Year for us, though. He averaged 24, 10, and 4 on 50% shooting and 32 from the field. Tyrese Maxey wins Most Improved, and that's not us. And that's not us either. So, power through this. Pause if you want to see it. I see Giannis All-NBA 3rd team and all defensive first. So, we are the 4 seed. We're over here taking on Toronto in the first round. Let's go take a look at our team stats real quick before we move on too far. League leaders, Bradley Beal averaged 33 points a game. That's absolutely insane. So Shea led the team, actually averaging 25 points a game, 3 rebounds, 5.5 assists. That's kind of crazy. Giannis, 24 and 7 and 10. Or no, 24, 10 and 5. We already looked at that. Sabonis, 16, 10 and 6. DeJounte, 14, 6 and almost 6. Caruso, he was kind of there. I'm shocked he didn't get more assists than he did, honestly. Tillman put in good minutes for us. Achuya didn't play at all. I'm kind of mad that Ilyasova played over Achuya, but I mean, I guess he shot 100% on the year in like the 3 minutes he played. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. Let's take a look around the league. See, we finished as the 4 seed. The Celtics were the best team in the league. I kind of want to check out the stats for the Celtics because the way they're playing right now, nope. That definitely helps. When Tatum averages 28.9, 7 and almost in 5.5, and Jalen averages 24, 5 and 2. And Schroeder gets his 5 assists, and Horford gets his 11, 7, and 4.5. Like, that's insane. The Celtics are not doing that right now. I've been saying for a while, the fact that the Celtics can't get Jalen and Jason Tatum to both score 25 a night each every night is insane. It's either like Tatum will score 35 and Jalen will score like 6, or Jalen will get a 50 piece or a 40 piece, and Tatum will shoot like 5 for 50 for 17 points. And it's like, can you guys just figure out a way to get a consistent 25 each on decent shooting? Like, come on. Like, did they even shoot well from 3? They did. They shot incredibly well from 3. How did Marcus do? I can't see because my head's there. Marcus shot, yeah, that's what I expect from Marcus Smart, honestly. All right, well, we're in the first round. Let's simulate the play-in, and then we'll take a look at this Toronto squad, see what we're working with here. We hop in here. I feel like we're a better team, right? They do have Clint Capella, but we have Giannis on them. We have Sabonis. We have DeJounte. We have, yeah, like we should win this matchup. We win it in every category. Let's take a look actually at our coach game plan just to see who's hot, who's not. Simulate game 1, and we lose. Interesting. Giannis had 37, but they all scored double digits except for Sadiq Bey. All right, guys, let's step it up a little bit for game 2. We win game 2. Nice. And yeah, that's what I was expecting. Giannis needs to step it up, my dude. Why are you only shooting the ball 10 times? Oh my God. Win game 2, or game 4. Win game 5. Oh my God, don't make me simcast this. All right, well, come on, let's jump up to a big lead, boys. Oh, that's a big lead. I like leads. They made it close. They certainly made it close. Giannis with a 27-14. Shea with a 26-6. Sabonis with a 14-14 and 9. Wow, almost a triple-double for Sabonis. All right, moving on. We're playing the Celtics. I don't like the odds of this, actually. I don't know why. I think everything is just what it is, you know? I mean, we win most of the matchups here. We just lose the Tatum matchup. So, who knows? Let's simulate game 1, and we lose. Simulate game 2, and we lose. We win game 3. All right, time to tighten it up. Time to tighten it up. Drop down to 8. Davion's having bad time. Switch you out. I'm moving Giannis down to play the 4. Our focus has to be to lock down. Like we have to lock him down. Tatum. I'm assuming it's Tatum. If we do that, he runs the 4. We're gonna do this. We're gonna have Giannis play the 3. Hopefully we can get a lead. No, it's slipping away. And we lose. Giannis really just got a 43-20 game. But Schroeder did us in. Oh God, I can't believe this. Oh well, do they at least win it all? They win it all at least. Well, that's not happening this year. Well, that's a really frustrating end. But if you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new. Leave a comment what type of rebuild should I do next. Do you want me to do another version of this? Roll the wheels again. We'll see what happens. That being said, my name is Ethan. This has been Hardcap Games. And I will see you in the next episode. Peace.